It's time to live your stronger life. Hey, I'm Sammy, physio coach and nutritionist, and your hype girl for creating your stronger life. Here, we ditch the quick fixes and build real strength inside and out. So whether you're here to tone up, drop the body fat, build muscle, mental resilience, or ditch the diet culture, or just feel bloody good in your skin, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. Alright fam, in today's episode, we are diving into a very important topic. Nutrition red flags to watch out for on social media, because let's be honest, our feeds are absolutely flooded with advice, what you should and shouldn't do, what you can and can't eat. Some of it is good, if you're following me, and some of it is very questionable, and a lot of it can potentially be downright dangerous. So let's cut through the noise and talk about what to look out for so you can protect your health, your mindset, your relationship with food, but also your progress. Okay, big red flag number one, the promise of quick fixes. So if you ever see someone who's promising you a quick fix, like you'll lose 10 pounds in 10 days or, 5 kilos in 5 minutes, and this one detox tea will shred fat overnight, like if it's too good to be true, it is definitely too good to be true. And these kind of claims play on desperation and impatience. But the truth is, sustainable results take time. It is the boring, unsexy stuff that actually gets you results. Your body isn't a machine that you can hack with a magic powder, a magic tea, or any magic system. It is a living system that responds to consistency, balance, and gradual change. So if it's too good to be true, if it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true, and they're just trying to take your money and run for the hills, and they're going to leave you worse off than you started with. Because if you really wanted to try and lose 10 pounds in 10 days, you're probably cutting out all carbohydrates, dropping some, and that's all just water weight then in that initial phase. You're going to be eating, 500 calories, doing 10 hours of cardio, drinking these teas that make you shit yourself silly, and then all you've dropped is water and literal stuff out of your gut system and your will to live. So the promise of quick fixes, it doesn't work. I know it sounds sexy. I know it's what you guys want, but I promise you the slow and steady, consistent pace is what you want. The things that you can actually stay consistent with. Yeah, you might find some quick fix hacks that makes you drop a couple of kilos in a couple of weeks, but if you can't maintain it and you keep yo-yoing backwards and forwards, yeah, no, that didn't work for you. Because I hear ladies say it all the time. Oh, but I did this magic one thing. I did the shake diet and I lost 10 kilos with it. And I'm like, yeah, but where are you now? They're like, oh, I gained 12 kilos back on. I'm like, yeah, well, the shake diet didn't work then. So the promise of quick fixes is a massive, massive red flag. Red flag number 2, if anyone is demonizing or glorifying one food, anyone who goes, or a food group as well, as the solution to all your problems. For example, carbs are the enemy. They're the reason you're fat. You got to cut them out. Or this superfood will fix everything. It's like nutrition is not black and white like that. Carbs, fats, proteins all play a vital role in your health. All foods have a place in your health. Yes, sometimes that chocolate bar is actually serving you because it's serving your soul food. Or perhaps you see that girl eating a donut, and for her, that is the biggest win of the day because she has been so scared to eat that donut that sitting down and devouring that whole thing and actually enjoying it is her practicing guilt-free eating. So in that case, that donut is very nutritious to her for her mind. And then that lady eating a chicken salad, she's trying to give herself some protein and fiber and micronutrients through the veggies. That is also very good for you. So there's no black and white answer in foods. It's a very gray space. Yes, you should aim for mostly whole foods. Yes, you should aim for high protein, hit your fruit and veggie intake, high fiber, all those things, because there is evidence to support that having a diet mostly in the whole food department is going to help with your health long term, with your cholesterol levels, with your body fat, visceral fat, like all the different, I could keep going on and on about your digestive health and your brain health and your heart health and everything, cancer prevention, like all of that stuff. Yes, whole foods as a whole food diet in general is very, very, very good for you. But nutrition isn't all black and white, and all food groups belong in your diet based on your unique circumstances. So if you ever see anyone demonizing this one food or glorifying this one food, cutting out entire food groups without medical necessity, it not only sets you up for one, just absolutely hating your life, having a really toxic relationship with food, but also can really set you up for nutritional deficiencies. Like, for example, people who are celiac disease, who have to cut out gluten, right? They actually have to stay aware of nutritional deficiencies due to having celiac disease, right? And like vegans, yes, there's a lot of evidence to say like a plant-based diet can be very, very, very healthy as well. But if you just eat plant-based without your awareness around your nutritional intake, then it can be quite dangerous, and you can really set yourself up for a lot of nutritional deficiencies if you're not very clever about how you approach the vegan diet. You can live a very healthy diet being vegan, right? But you have to be clever about it. You can't just cut out all meat and just go, oh, that will do. It doesn't work like that. You need to be really clever about how you combine your foods to make sure you prevent nutritional deficiencies. So cutting out entire food groups, demonizing entire food groups, it is dangerous for your body and for your mind. Balance is always the key. And like if your diet is predominantly takeaway, fast food, fried food, yeah, okay, that's where I'm not going to demonize it, but I'm going to be like, all right, can we kind of wind down on the fried stuff and have a little bit more of the healthy stuff? Like, yes, there are foods that are more healthy for our body, but there is a place where other foods are important for our mind as well. All right, number 3. You're getting stuck in the here's what I eat in a day trap, and now follow what I'm doing. And this one is so popular right now. And these foods can be inspiring to be like, hey, here is some balanced meal ideas. Here is a way that you could hit your protein intakes. I know that a lot of ladies are like, how the heck do I eat 140 grams of protein a day? Well, it's like, here's a full day of eating so you can see what I am doing. But these should be inspiring and giving you ideas, and not as something to be like, hey, if you follow this, then you're going to look like that. And in fact, I know that I even give out sample meal plans as free resources on my Instagram, but I actually message people afterwards and be like, hey, here is an idea on how you could hit this rough calorie range, and like, here's a balanced day of eating. There's chocolate in there, there's Biscoff in there, and here's how to hit your protein needs. But I'm not saying that following this meal plan will get you any results at all, because you need a unique approach. Your needs are unique. Your age, your goals, your lifestyle, your metabolism, your training program, they all play a role. And so copying and pasting this sample meal plan that I'm giving to you right now will not get you results, and it's very dangerous. But it's a great idea for some meal inspiration and giving you an idea and a skeleton to how you could build your own full day of eating and hit a lot of your nutritional needs. Please, please, please don't just follow your favorite influencer going, oh, she looks like that. If I eat like that, I'm going to look like that. Copying and pasting someone else's diet from TikTok or Instagram is like trying to wear someone else's custom tailored underwear. Like, it just won't fit right, and it's kind of wrong, and it's gross. So yes, great for meal inspiration. No for, oh, I just want to tone up, so I'm just following this what I eat in a day from this girl because she has abs, and so I want to get abs. And it's like, you don't even know what she does every other hour of the day. Like, she could just be putting this all together and it's fake. Like, you don't know. So just focus on what you need, and yeah, use those meals for some inspo. Being like, oh, I like that idea for lunch. I'm going to make that for lunch, right? That's how you can use a what I eat in a day sort of thing. Number 4, over-complicated rules. And I'm telling you, I have had some ladies tell me about their food rules in the DMs, and I have honestly been like, I am lost. What are you doing? I don't understand. And it's okay, because I used to be there too. I also had some really weird ass food rules back in the day. So, you know, things like you must stop eating after 6 p.m. or you can only eat fruit on an empty stomach, or you shouldn't pair your carbohydrates with your dietary fats, and your protein needs to be on its own. And then this plate must have 35% of this protein on this day, and then on this day you can eat 5 grams of carbs on this. Like, I don't even know, I'm just making up BS now. But these kind of rules make nutrition feel really stressful, when in reality the basics are simple enough. Eat enough protein, have a wide variety of foods, lots of fruit, lots of veg, lots of whole grains, like hit your fiber intake, drink your water, fuel your body with energy, enjoy treats in moderation. Like, it doesn't have to be that complicated. And complicated rules are just smoke and mirrors for disordered eating behaviors that we want to avoid. We want a balanced approach to our nutrition. If like 80 to 90% of the time your meals are balanced with high protein, high fiber, 30 to 35 grams of protein, you have a carbohydrate source, a dietary fat source, and some fruit or veggies in there, and then you're golden. If you eat that most of the time, you're pretty damn on point. And then sneak in the treats, have the fun stuff, like have some balance. And you know what? Every now and then you might just go off for breakfast and have pancakes with ice cream on top that has no protein in it. It's like, that's fine. It happens. Just have a protein shake later or have lunch with a high amount of protein in it. Like, not every single meal has to be perfectly balanced, but keep it simple, have those foundational habits, and avoid all of the complicated BS rules. That is why you find sticking to your calorie deficit, or that is why you find your nutrition hard, is because you're trying to follow all of these complicated rules. And number 5, if you see any of your favorite influencers pushing lots and lots of products or affiliate links, constantly saying, have this supplement, you must have this product, or every link, but without any evidence to back it up, or just them being like, oh, I can't start my day without this and that and that. You know what I'm talking about. When you see it all and you're like, oh, okay, this is getting a bit icky. Like, I definitely think supplements, oh my gosh, have their place, and they can be so beneficial to almost be like insurance policies for a lot of things. Like, I do recommend everyone has creatine. I recommend fish oil. I recommend a magnesium supplement. In winter, definitely like vitamin D. Like, there's definitely some supplements that I would highly recommend, and I think they're really beneficial. I even like myself, I like having a greens powder. I like having a little reds powder. I like it as a bit of an insurance policy. Like, yeah, at least I'm getting a bit of extra vitamins and minerals, but I'm not going to tell anyone else that they have to do it, because it's like, it's personal preference. Like, look, I'll probably tell you to have creatine, and a protein powder is a really handy one, but then after that, kind of go for your life, do what you want. Like, it's very unique to you what's going to make you feel good in your body at the same time. And I'm saying that as a person who is an athlete for brands and does have sponsorships with brands and does have discount codes, but I wouldn't be pushing products saying you have to have this fat burner every single day and you have to have this and that. Instead, it's like, all right, if you want it, here's my recommendations, because I am sponsored by these guys, and I'm sponsored by them because I use their products. It's not the other way around. I wouldn't push a product unless I was actually using it. And I've been asked by brands to be a part of it, and I said no, because I didn't like their marketing. I didn't like the way that they were saying some certain things like, oh, have this and you're going to get lean and toned and burn all the fat, and this does this and that. And I was reading it and I was like, I don't want to support this label. Like, this label is BS. It doesn't do what you say it's going to do, and you're just doing this to make people buy it. Like, I didn't feel comfortable about it. So even as a person who does have sponsorships and products that they could be pushing, if you ask for a product and I'm like, yeah, you know what, I use this brand, here's a discount code if you want it, but I'm not going to push it down your throat unless like you're asking for it. And so there's a difference in that. If you just see push, you know that they're just doing it for the money, and they don't give a shit about you. Like, they're not caring about you. So if you see someone's whole messaging revolving around selling you something, ask yourself, do they care about you and your health, or just your wallet? Okay, so I want to give you some practical takeaways though. So what do you do instead? Here's a filter that I recommend utilizing in your brain. Look for evidence-based advice, not just hype, not just your favorite influencer, even if they have hundreds of thousands of followers. Actually, is there stuff that's backed by evidence, e.g. creatine, one of the most evidence-based like supplements out there. So if someone's recommending you have a creatine supplement, it's probably quite reasonable, unless they're creatine gummies. There is a lot of stuff coming out at the moment saying that they're a bit BS. So just have the creatine monohydrate powder and find the one that feels good on your tummy as well. Seek out from qualified professionals, not just influencers with a six-pack, people with real credentials who follow evidence-based and are like actual medical or health or fitness professionals. And remember, sustainable nutrition is about habits and balance and long-term consistency, not extreme. So if it sounds too good to be true, it is 100% too good to be true. So I do think social media can be an amazing source of inspiration and education. Like, heck, if you're listening to this right now, you are using social media. If you've seen me on Instagram, you use social media. So you know that it can be a very, very beneficial place, but it can also be quite a dangerous place. So you need to know how to spot the red flags. Protect your mental health, protect your body, and remember, progress comes from small, consistent steps, not shortcuts. That's how you're going to build strength, resilience, and a healthier life inside and out. And so if this episode resonated with you, let's spread the word. Let's try and get rid of the BS and identify the red flags on social media. Make sure you share this on your story and tag me in it, so I know that you're listening, and I shall catch you all in the next episode. Thanks so much for listening. If you found this episode valuable, please rate, review, and subscribe. And I'd love if you shared this on your Instagram and tag me Sammy_livestrong. And if you'd like to learn more about my coaching and join the Project Livestrong family, please message me Livestrong on Instagram, and I'll see how I can help. I'll see you next time.